about right here. Actually, let's move a little bit closer to right here. And you heard it rub against the floor joist right there. And as long as you're not in the way of that drain coming down, then that's fine. So just head offset a little bit because of that floor joist, because you don't want to have to move a floor joist and cut it out and head around it and all that. So now let's drill out for the shower water lines. Now we come 16 inches off from the wall to get the center of our shower base. And again, check your shower base because it may not be the center for you. And let's go ahead and mark the center and then come 4 inches to the left and right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and then take your speed square because these are going to go in the center of the 2x4 wall, which gives me 1 3/4 inches over, and right here is the center of this water line, and then come over here 1 3/4 inches, that's the center of this water line, and we're going to go ahead and drill these out. Okay, we're going to drill out for this toilet's water supply line. So we got to come 6 inches over from where the center of the toilet flange is. So that's right here. And now this supply line gets put inside of the 2x4 wall. So just go ahead and measure over to the center of the 2x4 wall and drill that out. And that's going to be our rough-in supply line coming up. Now it's time to install this toilet flange. This is a 3-inch closet toilet flange. So this is for new construction primarily. So what I like to do is use this spacer first. And the reason why, when you put this spacer down first, once you put your flange on, it's going to be about the same height as if it was sitting on top of your tile or whatever you're using as flooring. So this is just a piece of Advantech 3/4 inch subfloor. You can use anything. I just cut it out of wood using a jigsaw. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this piece of wood and I'm going to center it about where it needs to be into that hole. And I'm just going to fasten this down using just regular 1 1/4 inch or 1 inch drywall screws, just enough to tack it into place. And the reason why I do that is because once I put the screws through the toilet flange, it's what secures it ultimately. So these just need to hold it temporarily. So now I'm going to take my toilet flange, and one thing I want to show you is you don't want to put these square with the wall. And the reason why, when you put your toilet in, there's going to be little nuts that slide into this, and little bolts, and then nuts go on top of it. And if it's squared like this, they're going to line up here and it won't hold it. So more or less, you want to put it on a diagonal. So don't install it like this to where these holes are square with the wall. You want to turn it to where they're diagonal with the wall. Something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. So like I said, later you'll understand once you get to go installing your toilet. So I'm going to put that about where it goes, measure off the edge of the wall, make sure I'm still perfectly at 1.5 feet. Okay, and that looks good. And now I'm going to switch over to my decking screws. And I use decking screws. You should get at least a 2-inch decking screw. So these are plenty long. They're actually probably a little too long, but they'll do just fine. So that looks about right. So just hold that into place and anchor it using your decking screws.